Hey Mr. McLaughlin, it's me Kareem, and this is my video for econ. Let's see, the news article that I found talked about the recent flood in Detroit which happened last week. I chose the article because I found it interesting. The thing that's interesting about the article is that it mentioned that in Detroit, the flood caused a lot of damage as you can imagine, but it specifically mentioned that a lot of damage happened to houses and cars. Over 2,000 homes were damaged by the flood, and it said that 5 highways were flooded, which forced thousands of people to abandon their cars, which indicates that a large number of cars were lost. So I decided to do my PPC as a representation of the relationship between the opportunity cost of homes and cars. As Detroit is like any other city, it produces both homes and cars, but it has to produce some at the cost of others. In this PPC for Detroit, this smaller line, as you can see, represents the production of cars and homes before the flood happened. As you can see, this small line is supposed to represent them, providing cars and homes at a natural rate. And using an example for your video, I labeled what I believe to be the biggest car production against the smallest house production. For if this large number of cars were produced, a small number of houses would be produced. Now, this big line you see represents the production of cars and homes after the flood. That's because the flood damaged houses and cars which were already built. So not only does Detroit have to produce its normal production of houses and cars, it also has to produce a new amount of houses and cars to replace the ones that were lost in the flood, which was why production would increase. As you can see here, these arrows represent the increase in production across different points, like from here to here, here to here, or as you can see, the smaller house production here would now be small house production would now be here, and the big car production would now be here. As you can see, this increase. For factors of productions, I believe that the loss of houses and cars will most likely fit into the resources, as the houses and cars are made out of land resources, and since these houses and cars were damaged or destroyed, these land resources were lost. However, unlike the wine country example which you put in the video, the main source of the houses and cars were not destroyed, just the production themselves. However, this also includes the resources which were used in them, which were also destroyed, which is why I think, in terms of factors of production, houses and cars will most likely fall into the labor production. And relating to as you can see, the PPC has already shown the relationship of opportunity cost between homes and cars, which I already explained. And so, this is my video for econ, and I hope it covers all the topics and I hope it covers everything we did so far.